I've placed over 100 ads on this video, and by the time this progress bar at the bottom reaches the end of the screen, they're going to start playing. Because I'm doing an experiment, but before I explain why, I want your help with two things. Thing one, down below I want you to comment how many ads actually play on this video for you, and thing two, I want you to watch till the end of the video so we can get an accurate sample size. And the ads start now. And I know also some of you are going to comment things like, oh, I got 0 ads, I have ad blocker, LOL. And that's valid, but ads are the lifeblood of the platform and are important, which is why I'm doing this. So let's get on to the experiment. Some of you might know that on videos longer than 8 minutes, creators can place mid-roll ads, ads that sit in the middle of your video and naturally increase the money you make on a video. But how much do they increase the money? I generally consider myself pretty knowledgeable when it comes to, for lack of a better term, the YouTube algorithm meta, but I don't know that. So here's two metrics we're going to look at. CPM, or counts per mil, are the number of monetized playbacks per 1,000 views on a YouTube video, and how much money is actually spent running that ad by the advertisers. Basically, what is paid to YouTube per monetized playback. And a monetized playback happens when a viewer sees at least one ad on one of your videos. RPM, or revenue per mil, is the actual creator's revenue after YouTube takes its cut. And RPM is calculated from your share of the revenue and includes views that aren't monetized. It's usually a lot lower than your CPM. How about an example? Here's a video that's only 3 minutes long, so it has 2 ads on it, one at the beginning and one at the very end. The CPM is $3.16, which means that advertisers are paying $3.16 to YouTube per 1,000 viewers to run this ad on this specific video. And the RPM is 83 cents, which means of the views that are monetized, only 26% actually get me money. So what happens if we double the ads on the video? This video, nearly 10 times longer, has a CPM of $6.03 and an RPM of $1.91, more or less double the money because there's double the ads, 4 instead of 2. And of the views that are monetized, about 31% actually make me money. So double the ads, double the CPM and RPM, double the money. But what happens if we triple the ads? Quadruple? Sextuple? What I'm curious about is, will it stay consistent? If we keep upping the ad number, will the RPM and CPM continue to double? If I put 100 ads on this video, am I going to end up with a CPM of $90, $95? Or is it going to plateau? Is it going to stop at some point? The main question this video is trying to answer is it even worth it to load up your video with ads? Especially if YouTube isn't even going to show them. There's a limit to how many ads YouTube will show to a person. YouTube itself has said that they won't actually show every ad to every person. Above all else, YouTube prioritizes keeping people on the website because that's how they make their money. And they know that showing too many ads on a video in a row won't do that. People generally don't like ads.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
Despite YouTube doing their best to personalize them for the viewer, but they accept it as a necessary evil. I'm gonna place 100 ads on this video, if YouTube will let me, and I wanna know how many ads will YouTube actually show the viewers, and how it's gonna affect my CPM and RPM. There's going to be a pinned comment down below in this video that I'll update as soon as the analytics come in, detailing what my CPM is, what my RPM is, and what the actual revenue from the video is. I think this is going to be really interesting and give a bunch of information on the particulars of ads. There's actually a bunch of different types of ads, and they all play on different platforms, and here's what they are. Skippable video ads, which allow a viewer to skip the ad after 5 seconds. Non-skippable video ads that have to be watched all the way through. By the way, if you put non-skippable ads on your video, you suck. Like, give people the option to skip. There's bumper ads, which are short, non-skippable video ads, up to 6 seconds that must be viewed before the video can start. And then there's overlay ads, which cover up just a tiny portion of the bottom of your video. There's also ads that can appear up here and on the info tab. Before we continue, this video is brought to you by my podcast. Still Alive is a narrative fiction podcast set in an abandoned radio station 9 months after the zombie apocalypse's start. It's centered around its sole inhabitant, me, as I struggle to survive. New episodes come out every other week, and I'll link it at the end of the video. It's available everywhere podcasts can be found, and it would really mean a lot if you checked it out. Let's talk a little bit about how YouTube monetization works. To monetize your videos, you have to be in the YouTube Partner Program. And to get into the YouTube Partner Program, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, and no community guideline strikes. At that point, you can submit an application, and if you get accepted, you can start monetizing your content in a couple of different ways. Video advertising, that most of this video has been talking about, is the main way people monetize their channels. Some other options are channel memberships, where people can become members of your channel for a monthly fee in return for exclusive perks, pretty much like Twitch subscriptions. Then there are supers, which are super chats, super thanks, and super stickers, which are basically just donations. In order to make sure your videos are eligible for ads, they have to meet the advertiser-friendly content guidelines. And here's what is and isn't ad-friendly. Inappropriate language, violence, adult content, shocking content, harmful or dangerous acts, hateful content, drug use, firearms, controversial issues, sensitive events, enabling dishonest behavior, inappropriate content for kids and families, incendiary and demeaning content, and tobacco-related content. Now, some videos get falsely ad-limited, but luckily you can submit an appeal to hopefully get that fixed. Now, real quick, I'm going to show a short teaser from the podcast and then ask you one final question so this video can actually get to monetizable length, so stick around for just a little bit more. And hey, while you're here, consider liking and subscribing to the video and the channel. Howdy folks, if you're still alive out there, then welcome back to the #1 and the only radio broadcast in the apocalypse. Hello? Is this thing on? There's nothing guaranteed in life. Not safety, not happiness, hell, not even death anymore. The world ended 9 months ago. And it didn't end in the nuclear fire or the slow rot of global warming like everyone expected. Instead, it ended in the much quicker rot of very hungry teeth. Zombies, for those of you living under a rock. And one hell of a rock it must be. Like the Fort Knox of rocks. Although I guess that analogy doesn't work anymore considering the military fell pretty early on. Where was I? Oh yeah, zombies. The classic rising from the dead, shoot 'em in the head zombies straight out of a movie that kickstarted the apocalypse last June. During Pride Month too, which is frankly homophobic, and I think we should cancel them on twitter.com. Although I guess Twitter doesn't exist anymore. Or the internet. I'm getting sidetracked. Listeners, if there is anyone listening, I hope there's someone listening. I should explain how I ended up here doing this broadcast. It's a bit of a long story, but I'll give you the spark notes. So, how many ads did you get on this video? And did you get every ad that got shown? Did you get every ad that got placed? Let me know down in the comments, and give me your predictions. Do you think more ads meant an insanely larger amount of money that I made from this video? Or do you think it plateaued somewhere? And if you do think it plateaued, where? Let me know what you think down in the comments. I primarily do Minecraft content, such as tutorials, let's plays, and challenges, but I am also incredibly interested in the YouTube algorithm and the whole YouTube space as a whole. So if you want to see more videos like this, let me know, and if this video gets, let's just say 100 likes, I'll do another one on YouTube and the whole YouTube algorithm. If you want to see more of my content, check out this playlist right here. Check out the podcast here. I've been Speaker 4, and I will catch you on the flip side. Later!